Bet, 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 bet. Uh. Let me see now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. YouTube studio. So I see. Can I see myself going live? Doom da da. Oh shit, 153 views. That was pretty solid. What is happening? Going live. I don't see nobody watching, but that's okay. It's all love, though. You know, let's talk about my good time I had in Spain. I'm getting straight to it. Spain and Italy. I went to Italy in February and I went to Spain this March. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, man. Um, how should I start this off? How should I start this off? Let's see. I think I'm gonna mention. Let's see if I close that so I can leave that there. And let me hit this button real quick. And maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just go over it. Talk about Spain. Talk about these things. Um, keep it 100. I love Rome, but I did not like Barcelona. I like Granada. Give that like 4 out of 5. 5-star ratings here. 5 star. Rome 5. 5-star rating. Love that shit. Barcelona. And maybe it's just because of me and I'm in the winter time, March, and it was raining and shit. I'm debating between 2 and 3. It's a 2 to 3 star rating. Granada 4. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's just not enough. Malaga 5. And it's a sleeper build. And I went out on a Tuesday night. And this shit was up. So it's popping. New discovery as well, right? I'm about to be editing it, putting destinations and stuff, and I'm gonna be talking about something else too. It's the OF stuff. Someone put me on game. Um, hello one person. Hello one person. How are you? How are we doing? Um, gonna put you on game. I went to Spain. I went to Rome, Italy. And let's just go over the places itself first, right? Rome, uh comparably I would feel like it is very similar to like a bigger city, more of a bigger city vibe. Um it's very nice. It's cool. Who's the one follower? Who's the one watcher? We got one watcher on the stream. What's up, watcher? Appreciate it. Um Rome, I'm not gonna lie. The baddies, the females there, top tier. Females there are top tier. I was asleep on Europe. I did not know it was like this in Europe. But let me just say put this first. I keep having to reframe the conversation. I did not know. I did not know. Europe. The snow bunnies. The females here, even in the mix of other cultures coming in here, they got some yams. They got some buns. More than America. I was so shocked of what I am seeing. I'm in awe. I am in awe. I am from California, and I'm seeing buns out there. But when I am coming to see in Italy and Rome, I couldn't believe the abundance of bunness, the abundance of buns, and how it's just natural. And you know what I think too? It's just partially because like if you go in America, right, we're like hella obese. The obese people in America, the version of them over here in Europe are the thicker version, or the thick with the buns version. We just eat really bad, and they just are eating healthier, less chemicals, less bullshit. And that's what most of these people are supposed to be. Like the dudes aren't even as big out here. There's some big dudes, but they're not even big out here. I go to the States, it's hella big dudes out there. Pause. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I wish I was able to presentate this. I want to see if I were to show something on my phone. Let's go. Let me just see. You know, because I ain't got a camera. Like, I mean, I do got a camera, but I'm like, if I were to show this, what would it be showing? Oh, okay. Turn brightness down. Boom. That's working. Okay. That's something I went to go see at the mall. So I was just testing. Okay. Let me run it back. I am in Spain. I am running it back. Okay. Also, story time. I have a quick story when I almost got robbed in Barcelona. It was a weird attempt. It was a very weird attempt. I'm out there walking early in the morning. I just came back from whatever. I as soon as I hit the plane and hit the fucking airport, I immediately went out. I immediately went to a club. I saw that. Went to this little EDM spot. And it was like cool, right? But it was like hella young kids. So it's like a Thursday night. They're like 20, 21. To me, they're kids. I'm 28. I know. They're not that much older. You're not that much older. Anyways, I was in there and I was going in and I met some like Norwegian dudes. They were from Norway and shit, right? And they were cool. I thought they were American because their accents just sound different. They weren't speaking Spanish. And there's hella students, hella international students. So if you go to Barcelona and try to speak English, you're going to be fine. There's a lot of people that speak English there. But I'm in there. I'm vibing. Peeping shit out. Having a good time. Da-da-da-da-da. Got turned. Saw cute little baddies, whatever. Boo, boo, boo. Got turned, got drunk, went back to the hotel. Boom. Woke up in the morning. I was like, man, I need to go to the mall. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go to the mall. So I pop up. Like, where's the mall? And I'm like, okay. Start seeing the directions. I'll start going apart, running on this little path, and I'll go in there, on this little path on the sidewalk. I'm about to literally hit the mall. It's African dude, two African dudes. You can tell they African, especially in Europe. Uh, they was just looking a little bit crusty, looking a little bit crusty. And I fell for it. I fell for it like if in New York when they had the CDs right there and you try to, and I here take my CD and you grab it and it's over when you grab it. I kind of fell for it like that when, black man see another black man. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, where are you from? I'm from here. Yeah, African dude. The African dude said he was French or whatever, and his homie is from Senegal, all right? I'm like, okay, cool, cool. He was like, so what are you doing right now? You want to come party with us? Come party with us. I said, no, I'm kind of cool. I'm just trying to get to the mall real quick. Do what I gotta do. Then I gotta meet somebody, yada yada yada. And I was like, I'm meeting the shawty anyways. I get to it, and I'm walking. I'm try to walk off, but he was like, wait, come. We got a party going. Da 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 da. I was like, party? I said, where's the party? He said, yeah, it's a party, a bunch of girls, da 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 da. And I'm looking at him like, I think I'm kind of cool off this because it seemed a little sketch. I don't know about him. He's like, we got all the drugs and da da da. I'm like, nah, I can't do no drugs. My job won't even allow that. Um, I can't do that. So then, buddy, is like, look, and his accent gets a little bit harder African because he has like a French slash African. I don't know what kind of accent it is. He's like, look, you got money, right? I know, but we go to a party. It's gonna be go there. We just go, and you give me some money, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm hearing as I'm replaying this in my head now. But I said, huh? He said, look. You got the bad that. It is the money. As soon as you give it to me. It don't matter if go what. I'm like, huh? What are you saying? I'm like so confused. And then he says, the bag doesn't matter. Go there. The money in your bag right now. I said, oh yeah? Like, push. I didn't even feel like I pushed him that hard, actually. But like in my mind, I'm like, and I squared up. I like literally squared up in this position. I was like, what's up? Right, boop. And they're like, oh, no. We can really tell you're from America. And then, and then they just kind of like walked off. Like, we're sorry, man. We're sorry. Try to dab me up. I'm like, kind of like, whatever. Boop, boop. He said, we're sorry, man. From America. Yeah, we can really tell. And his quiet buddy the whole time was just like, oh. And he just walked off hella fast, hella weird. I don't know what that was about. But buddy was trying to be like, give me your shit damn near. And he kind of like got close to try to hold my shit too. Like he was about to do something. So, boy, I knock your shit. Quit playing. I ain't one of these Europeans. Quit playing. Anyways. Barcelona. That was one of the first things that started in the morning of the next day after I was going out to the club. Barcelona, man. And this was, I guess, in the higher district, like a place that usually doesn't happen. I was ready to run the fade. Anyways, Barcelona was a good time, though. It was still a good time. I still found some fun. Potentially, it's still more fun than where I was at in Granada, Spain, because that's where I spent most of the days in Spain. Um, realized I should have stayed either more in Malaga or Barcelona. It was both. They were both tough. I went to go in Barcelona to have fun, like solo dolo on my own mission, just cooling it. Not getting too sloppy drunk or anything. Just chilling, right? Um, I realized Barcelona is just a European city that speaks Spanish. They really don't have no culture. I haven't really tried too many of their Spanish cuisines. I tried one. I was like, oh, this is it. Fucking garbage. Um, as well, I went to where did I go? I went to a couple little spots. Nightlife is more my thing. I like nightlife environments and capturing and talking to people. So the social interaction for me is what I like. Some people were really cool, very accepting. I found a really pretty girl to talk to. She was like selling ice cream and shit. She was cool, and she was very genuine. And I noticed they were like very punk rock, gothic style up there, and they do like EDM type shit too. So you can tell it's just all about like a music party thing, and they try to separate themselves away from Spain. And that's like the part of Spain where they're like think their own thing from Spain. They're like Catalan, I forget what it's called, but they view themselves different from the rest of Spain. They're like, we're European. We're European. Basically, bro. They're like, I don't know what that is. They're like low key hating on um themselves or some shit. Like Spain is Spain, bro. Relax. Why don't you just make it a state? Don't even try to make it a country. It may be a state. I don't know. But they just tried to separate themselves from what Spain really is. Um, from what I am told, the rest of Spain has more fun things to do. So I was looking for like some bachata, salsa, merengue, all that type of vibe, more reggaeton. All they had was like reggaeton and like EDM music. That's it. Like in that club, the first night I went to, they had like main big spot EDM. It was like okay, and then there's a small section where it's like within the big section on the side that plays reggaeton. I was like, okay, cool, cool, and they were playing a little bing bong. Boom ball. So it was lit. I was like, okay, cool. They get lit, but there was nobody in there really. Two couples, saw a few people. Um, saw one little. I think she was African, little African shawty or something. I didn't know if she was African, maybe Dominican, Cuban, Puerto Rican, something. Right? I thought it was some African of descent. Looked at her while I was getting turned up, and she immediately hits one of these like try to look away like she ain't fuck me. I didn't even try anything. I didn't even try anything. I'm just chilling, and I just so happened to look at her, and she's just like hating on a weird shit. Anyway, so I'm like, damn, bro, what what did I do? What did I do wrong? So I don't know. It was weird timing. Weird shit, man. Weird shit. Um, I still didn't understand. I still didn't understand what was going on in there. It was just a different vibe. Plus, there was a whole bunch of foreign people. Lots of Sweden, Norway, all that up north. A lot of blonde, blue eye type people. Very attractive. Very attractive. I did not know they had buns like that as well. It was abundant of them with buns. It was crazy. Um, it's a good time though. It was decent, you know. But that was my first night, and I think I walked into another club, but that was like complete garbage. So had my little fun, went up and dipped. Right, that was for a part of the night. I met some. Apparently, there was a big weed festival. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go to that because then it was like, oh no, I'm trying to avoid all that stuff, the little temptation, all that kind of stuff. I don't be caught in the mix of that. But I probably still would have went and just had a good time with it. But it was lit. You know, Barcelona was lit. Barcelona was lit, but it wasn't the lit when the time I caught it. I saw the Gallo Bello and Belto, whatever it is. I was trying to go to the giant ass cathedral, but I forgot. Someone told me that you got to be like 2 days in order to buy the tickets before you can even really see shit. So I was like, all right, whatever. So yeah, so right here is where I saw the cathedral and everything. So that was cool. But I only got to see outside. That shit's massive. And then, you know what this building is? You know what that building is? It's a very artsy, fancy building in there. Um, it's the one that everyone talks about just to go see. If you're like really into art, I highly suggest this. You know, if you want to go see some things, I went to go sightsee. I went to go see some stuff, and shit was cool. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the things in there, how the things were structured, all the weird 50 Shades of Grey type chains that were hanging in the room. Those are all chains, you know. Lots of cool artifacts, lots of art. Let me see. You'll probably see this. It's a video like this room that is all like all shiny. It's a cool room, whatever, you know. Sorry, my brightness. Saw that. That was cool. And I saw another one. I didn't feel like taking hella pictures. I'm not gonna lie, because I knew it was gonna be a lot. Because I already taken a lot for this shit. And there's another building that spreads out very similar on the outside. I'm assuming that artist, that same person, made that. Um, did that. Walked around. Met up with some shawty out there, and she is North African. I'm gonna leave it at that. Beautiful pictures. Pictures is kind of cap. But she has some yams. I think that's one of my prime like male instinct come in when it's got yams and it just you know. It was cool. She was cool. She was really nice, pretty girl. Um, and she showed me a couple little spots. That was cool, but really, she showed me this one Cuban spot. That's how I know it was a salsa, bachata, reggaeton. Oh my god, man, that shit was lit. And I'm not gonna lie, if I go to Spain, I'm coming back to that little hole in the wall spot because that's some shit I like to do. I like to see it was Cubans, you know. I thought it was a Puerto Rican flag at first, but I forget the colors are flipped and shit, right? The Puerto Rican flag and the Cuban flag confuse me sometimes. But the old lady back there, she was looking good. and that was her. This is her place, or a store owner or whatever. The dude, the older gentleman, I think that's like by her husband or her family or whatever. But they was working at the bar. The daughter, if that was the daughter was cool. The daughter looked like damn near she was probably damn near 30 or something, 25 to 30. So the mom was cool, and she was older than the mom. You mean the mom was older? Like you could tell his age on it. So they was both cool, um, and it was a good vibe. That's what I came for. That was the most excitement I had really for an out night experience. It was cool. Everything else was pretty cool, it was solid, but that was the highlight for me. If I went out more and tried to figure it out more, I'm pretty sure I would have ran into something. And there's a couple spots. I didn't go to the big boy spots around the beach, but I think I'm gonna save that for when I'm with some people or the summertime when it's getting really lit and it's time to go to Spain. Go again. Yes, I know what time it is. Um, Shit was cool, man. Spain was cool. Shit was cool. Oh shit. Oh shit. What else was cool? What else is cool about Barcelona? Got a nice shopping mall, nice stuff. The girls there, like I said, man, it's a bunch analogous. The foreigners that come from the other little places, some of them do and some of them don't. They messing up the mix, but they got yams. With my Mac touching yams, they got yams. Some are very pretty, but it's more super hipstery vibe or punk rock. And then it's still got preppy, and then it's like super hella touristy. That's the shit where it's like, okay, this can be like not my world of bag. Maybe in the summertime. That's why I give it like a 2 to 3. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm still tired coming back from that plane, man. 2 or 3 because it's like this is all you can get like here. You know what I'm saying? This is all you can get. I was hot. Anyways, I was hot. I'm gonna move along because Barcelona was a disappointment. Um, I really don't have too much to say. Good mix of women though. Foreigners coming around. The Spanish women beautiful. They were cool, and different types of population. But lots of Asians. I was so surprised. Lots of Asians and lots of like Middle Eastern people or like Arab people, Indian people too. The Indians are everywhere. They're killing it. Their population growth is fire. They're killing it. Um, enough of Barcelona. Enough of Barcelona, because that was kind of mid for me. I wish I had a better experience, and I wish I went rock with people. I was only there for Thursday and Friday. My real move of going to Malaga. So I had like 5 more days. I went to Malaga on the first day just to see what's up, and then I had to catch a bus on the same day, and then stayed in Granada for like 3 days and went back to Malaga. Right, Malaga first day was cool already. Was walking up a castle. It's cool. I got to chopping it up with these 2 random dudes, but it took too fucking long. I was talking up from way too long. I couldn't really see the castle. I was really trying to embrace more of the Moorish culture stuff going on, you know. Um, but that was cool. Walked around, got some food, but I'm not gonna lie, Malaga kind of feels like a high end city, but slash when you enter in Tijuana, that's what it feels like. Tijuana and a high end city smacked in together. So it's like still very hipstery. Think of slight, like I don't know why I want to think of like a Mad Max, like I'm in a desert, dry. Malaga's nice though. If I could, I'd run it back longer there. So much more to do than Granada. Uh, Granada's more touristy, and I came there for that reason. I wanted to go to the mosque for me, uh, and I wanted to experience the Moorish culture up there. So let's break everything down in Granada. Granada, Spain. The Moorish kingdom history and the culture and food there, and the big Mauritian, Moroccan, North African culture. The Spanish baddies that were out there. The tourists that were out there. It was so fucking nuts. It was like 8 out of 10 females that you saw walk by, don't matter if it was a grandma, young lady or not, had yams. I was in awe, shock. Like, what the fuck? These They got yams out here in Spain like that? They had yams? I was in shock. It's crazy to me. Hello, second viewer. Hello. How we doing? How we doing? But yes, I was in shock. Had fucking yams. Spain. Granada. The females, super attractive. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I was just like, what are we doing in America? And then I'm like, I live here in the UK. I'm like, because some of these girls are really pretty out here in the UK. And I'm like, but so I could find some of these back in the United States. But some of them are really pretty and you can't find. So I was like, okay, this is cool. But here in the south of Spain, I'm like, what the fuck? How do this many girls just have yams? And even if they were small yams that were popping out, you know what I'm saying? Buns, real buns. It's crazy. I don't know if there's like a national fitness thing that they're all doing or what. It didn't make any sense. Pretty faces too, natural. None of the crazy eyelash shit. None of the crazy weird shit. Natural. I don't know. It was crazy. Um, I'm in awe. Anyways, Granada, Spain. I would like to run that back. I would like to run that back. I would like to run that back. It was popping. The females are bad, and I didn't even check out the other neighboring places, the other cities of south of Spain. And they're telling me, "Oh, that was cool. That's a good little sightsee, but you got to see the Marabella. You got to see Alamera and what Sevilla. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like it's better in the south of Spain. Apparently, I'm like, and the chicks was looking like this, and the food was hitting, and the weather is better. I'm looking at it like, man, ain't that dangerous? There's some wannabe tough guys out there. I be like, I run a fade for fun. Like, I run a fade for fun. Come on. It was nuts. Nuts. Pause. Nuts on how these females are looking out there. So I highly recommend. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Me, you could tell they were automatically assuming me. as African or mixed with some African, right? So that's what their first initial jump is. So if you are something of something else and you were a good looking guy, a little bit fit, you don't have to be super fit, something fit, look good looking, and you can finagle and know how to get social out there, you could pull some work. You can pull some work. And it was some work out there. And it was March. So this is dry time, rainy out there. This wasn't no summer. I went on a dry time. So you can only imagine what it's like when it's popping. I can't wait. I gotta get my bands up somehow. I gotta get my bands up somehow. I gotta get my bands up somehow. Um, get my bands up and pop back out there. Great time. Um, I will do it again. South of Spain. I'm coming again. Granada. Go check it out. You're gonna see a lot of history there, a lot of Moorish history mixed in with the Spain history. Um, their nightclubs kind of mid. Nightclubs are mid, but you know what I'm saying? It's cool. They have some spots, but it's cool. But they aren't as cool. So, but you got some stuff in Granada, right? You can go pop into. Baddies. The food was more like Arab. It's got a big Muslim culture in there, and still has like the Spanish roots of everything else. So it's a cool mix, and to see some of these females mixed in there looks crazy good. They look beautiful, man, and they got it all from the blonde, blue-eyed females that might be from somewhere else, all the way to with the Moroccans and they got a little bit of African mix in there. Some of the refugees from other places, and they made some babies here and they grew up to be fire. Girl I met down there, Moroccan, nice, thicker than a Snicker. Boy, I'm telling you, thicker than a Snicker, tasty. She was cool, very beautiful. We had a good time, and I love her Spanish accent. Something about her, it was like creeping in my ear. Like, man, what yeah, you, I don't even know what to say. She was just talking. Um, completed the mission. Completed the mission. I'll keep it at that. Completed the mission. She was cool. And I think I got lucky because I met that online. She, you know, and I was like, you know what? Let me make. I'm making this trip anywhere over there. So let me just see what's good. Boom. She started acting different because I was really there in Granada. Came to see me and did it all. Had a great time. So the Moroccans are there and they're bad as hell. I'm not gonna lie, I was confused. When I went back, it was the first day in Malaga and my last day in Malaga today. The one night I went out and everything. And it's even more confusing. Let me get to this. In Malaga, there are Latinos that are coming from South America, specifically south of Spain. They're in Spain, of course, probably more so Madrid, but they've been coming to Malaga, right? And my experiences was when I was starting in Malaga and I was getting on the bus, I ain't know no Spanish, you feel me? I get on the bus and I'm trying to get to my seat and I figure out, oh, this girl is sitting in my seat and I was just trying to discuss. And it's like five little dudes come on the bus. But Buddy, he's speaking Spanish. He's speaking Spanish. And I don't know what he's saying. But from what I got, as I was trying to communicate with the girl and I guess I was like standing there taking too long, he was like so he got sassy like a fucking female. And then him and his homie His homie right behind him was looking like this. So I could tell, oh, these motherfuckers is different. They're not from here. I could already see what type of time they're on. So I'm like, huh. Well, let me not do anything crazy and hurt all five of these guys. Let me. Oh, lo siento. Hey. Uh, I told the shawty, and I'm sorry. No, it's all good. Just if it's not a problem, I'm gonna just sit in this empty seat over here. I don't really care. And wasn't a problem, anyways. But I could tell these guys are like Latino because they're like the loud dudes on the bus. I can hear the Spanish is a little bit different. There's no you can hear it. You can hear it like it's a difference. So I'm like, okay, those is different. Okay. Very tempted. I wanted to be like, what's up, bro? Like the way he was looking at me, he was like, you really wanted to smoke, bro. Like you really wanted to smoke. You really wanted to smoke. Um, and even when I got off the bus, I could see the one dude that was behind him looking. He was like trying to look. He was like, but like from hella far, like like from 20 feet, like literally 20 steps. When we got off the bus from deep, he was the only one looking at me like that. But his homies did not care. I don't know what was going on in his mind. Like I was such a threat of an enemy. But he low key wanted to smoke. He low key wanted to smoke, but I wasn't gonna give it to him. I'm there on business, life business. Can't be doing that. I'm an American too. You know, just imagine you smash five dudes' heads in, and you're in jail now, and you're supposed to be on vacation, like, just because somebody looked at you funny. But yeah, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. That little experience. But that let me know that moment. Um, they were different, and there is some Latinos here. Little shawty, there was one from Ecuador. I had another one. Where was he from? He was like, I'm Moroccan. But I heard Buddy on the phone. I think he was Mexican. His Spanish was different too. I'm like, hey, Buddy, capping over here. Why you lying? Like, and then when you see them, when you see some of the Moroccans, you'll be fucking confused. You would have thought you was in like Mexico, like, or I'm like back at home in California, because some of these niggas look the same. I'm like, what the fuck? Some Moroccans look different, and some Moroccans don't. But I forget, Africa doesn't necessarily run by the country; it runs by the tribes and what they look like. It's like in Ethiopia or Eritrea, there's tribes that kind of look very similar, but you could tell by the facial features of which tribes. So I'm thinking like how do you look like this? Like how once you do your history of slave trade, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We weren't the only ones getting shipped over there. It was all types of Africans during that time that to get booted over that way, and you can understand the genetic makeup. That's why some people in Mexico they be looking Chinese. You be like, I ain't from Mexico, and then they do the DNA test. 50% Chinese. How that shit happen? You ain't know about the railroad. Anyways, it's a mix of people up there. It's a mix, so it's quite different, and you be confused like who is who now? Like what the fuck? Met a little cutie, half Spanish, half Moroccan. If she told me she was from like Peru, I believe it. I'd believe it. Little security guard had nalgas, boy. Had nalgas, nalgas. It's crazy. Um, it's a big mix of people, and you will be confused. I was. I mean, maybe for some of y'all won't, but for me, I was. I was confused. The food in Malaga, I feel like it'd have been better than Granada because the culture's right there, right on top of Morocco, right next to these other places, right next to where, all these other Spanish islands are. They probably would come right there first. And they have more of the different sounding Spanish that are very similar to, I guess, Caribbean Spanish, right? There's a video on now online. Um, it's different. It's different. I like Malaga. I should have stayed in Malaga. I probably would have had more fun in Malaga. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm glad I went to Granada for the one time. I will be going back to the south of Spain, and it was just crazy. I highly advise you want to find a snow bunny or a brunette or a little tan skin little snow bunny or something that's looking like Latino mestizo and all that. Maybe Middle Eastern Moroccan, and you like them with nalgas, buns, cachetes, booty meat, culo. They are there. I was shocked, but they are there. They are there. I was, I was like, what the hell is this? They are there. They are there. I am super in awe, super shocked. The next, what I don't even know where to go next. It just threw me off. All them yams, all them yams. What I mentioned, food. The nightlife was cool. It looks a little dusty and dirty, desert vibe, but still potentially a high class city, and it's developing too. Really developing. I had a really nice Airbnb. I had a really nice Airbnb. Am I tweaking? Hold on. Oh my god. Fucking Europe. Another thing. Pay attention. Everybody's got a weird cough thing out here in the UK, Europe, or western part of Europe. I feel like it's fucking disgusting out here. Something is out here catching the lungs. Something. I just don't know what it is. Um Spain was popping. I'm fucking with Spain. Did I go over Italy? I don't even think I went over Italy. Let me go back to Italy. February, I went in Italy with two coworkers. Shit was fire. Shit was fire. Two coworkers I went with, and then we met up with a coworker and her hubby. Right? Shit was cool. Italy. It was like partially the same thing what I was seeing in the south of Spain. I was in Rome seeing this. All these fucking yams. I think anywhere near the Mediterranean Sea, something's going on. Cause in the UK well, UK got some yams. I am still so shocked at how much yams is out here, but it ain't like that in Spain. It ain't like Spain. It ain't like Italy, Rome. Shit was tough. Shit was tough. Food is probably the top tier shit. I had so much pesto pasta out there. The wine was great. It was cool. The experience of how small Rome was. It's kind of big, but kind of small, where I can kind of get around to what I need to. Little Uber's cheap. Club scene. You gotta dress high class in the club scene. Spain is a little different, where they weren't tripping so hard about so much appearance. But when you go to Italy, there's like spots where it's like, oh, celebrities come here, or big time DJs, so you must be of the code of violation. Boo, boo, boo. There's like a club we try to get into. They were like, no, you cannot come in. Too many dudes. Or it was like, we're American. They were ready to tell us no, that we couldn't come in there. Or just to make an example, right? That's part of club tactics. Like the line outside is club tactics, and they wanted to slow it down just so it can be like it's something, right? That's the point of the club, right? And you'll know that, like, it's club tactics when they have a line outside, when then you were like kind of at the front, or not really, you were like halfway through, and there's not that many people in here. You were like, what was the holdup for you keeping us out here for 30 minutes, and there was not too many people, and it was like it opened an hour ago, so the setup's already done. So what's the issue? It's club tactics. Like they want people want to walk by and see if the club is popping. They want to see drive by with their cars. Is it really popping? Somebody posted online, social media. Is it popping? Big ass line. Da 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 da. Man, oh they're kicking people out. Oh shoot, makes me like make me want to come. Hopefully they accept me. They accept me. Yes. Oh I made it in. Oh cool. They let me in and they make you show it. It's mind fucking games. Club tactics. How you make some money and trick motherfuckers. Club tactics. Right. Anyways, club tactics. It was, that's what they were playing. I guess they had Travis Scott there 3 weeks or 4 weeks prior, and feeling like this shit, but we couldn't get in that one. I think we went into another one before, but I don't even remember those ones, because I think my friends were being lame. They were being boo boo. They were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go on a band." I was like, "Fine, I'm gonna just go out by myself." Right? I went to one fucking club that was fire. Oh, and I'm so bad about my Spanish. It'd be raps. I'd be going home with something. I'd be clapping something. They would have been hella mad. They'd have been hella mad. Let me see. 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 What was the club? What was the club? Coliseum's cool, but we didn't go inside that. I didn't feel like that was worth the time. Oh my god. Is it called Cube Disco? Cube Disco? Right here. Wait. Cube Disco. Right fucking here. This club, I was damn near. You're damn near in the hood. A little bit farther outside of Rome. You're damn near in the hood. I watched little buddy get picked up, brought to the car, and I think he had owed some money. I'm not gonna lie. It was like a little short dude, and he was with a bitch, and they brought him to the car, and they put him on the car, and it was like five dudes on him. And I said, "How the fuck is ragazzi? Arrabbiato." And the other little guy was like, "No, trigato, and put him on the car. And it was like, it was like five of them just on this car. He's like, getting hurt. I don't know what the fuck. It was like high school, like it was bullying little buddy, and you can see the girl like, no, I gotta come down, right? And I don't know what happened. Buddy looked like he got shoved in the car, and they all popped in. Cause I think like that mafia shit low key still is out here, but it's really not. I think they like want to be like gangster or some shit. Anyways, that's what you'll see a lot in Italy. So don't be cool. Be cool if you're on that time. If you're on that pokey time, you're just trying to have a good time. And people are cool, more cool so in like Italy. For some reason, I expected. I had a great time in Italy. People are more friendly in Italy than Spain. They're more approachable, and they don't speak too much English out there either. So, better vibe, better food, and versatile of biddies. Not too much North African stuff. But the brunette, brown skin, and the Latino community is out there. Oh. The camera. The camera. What happened? No. No. What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Oh, oh, oh. Are we back online? Are we back on? We're back online. I don't even know what happened. The camera just tweaked off. I don't know what the fuck was going on, gang. Anyways, Rome was cool. Saw the Colosseum. Saw the Vatican. And all that weird shit in there, right? I start to wonder, like, when you start really thinking about that shit, were they really worshiping God or worshiping the church? Because the church was like its own kingdom at a time, too, right? But who knows, right? It's great times. It's great times. Food, I'd probably put Italy on top. Weather, for my short time in February versus now in raining Spain of March, I still gotta get with Rome. Nighttime felt good. Mm, transportation, Rome, taxis everywhere, moving. Actually, I might go with Spain. I don't know. A little iffy on that. Everything's smaller and closer, more like taxis, scooters, and all that shit in Rome. So you're able to do what you need to do to get to where you need to go. And if you need to take a taxi for like a long journey, there is. I don't know about train. It's not like London transportation. London and transportation, just England in general, up the score on y'all. You're not beating it so far. That's what I'm seeing. Spain might be third on the list. Rome is second. London one for the transportation. Um, the baddies. Spain top tier. especially south of Spain. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? It makes sense. I'm looking at my ex shorty because she grew up in Portugal and Spain. Bad as hell. But she was Angolan, race wise Angolan, but just grew up in those two places. And no wonder why she was so naive to the race shit of black shit. There are a little funny stuff with that shit in Spain. They are. South of Spain, not so much because they have a mix of everything going on over there. But the stereotypes are probably still rushing through hard. You see a black dude, African, trying to get money, trying to do this, whatnot. Um, and that's the thing. I didn't experience any pickpocketing from Barcelona or from Malaga or anything. I know it's there, but I ain't experienced none of that stuff. And that's what they usually try to say. It's the Africans. Apparently, it's the Moroccans too. I mean, they're African, but they're talking about like Nigerian and all the other Africans usually. But I don't see it. I don't see it. Um, for more conclusion of stuff going on, my next trip, possibly headed to the Caribbean. I will be seeing some islands. We'll see what's good with that. um, I hope. I hope it's a good time. And by the time, I probably won't have it up that much, but my Spanish will be probably a little bit better. I will be working on it, and it was a good time. It was fun. Um, for my experience here to now make me want to improve on my Spanish to where I'm going next. I think it's. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's so essential. No wonder these Europeans look at us like shit. They're like, you only know one language. And two, just because you got a country right next to you that speaks Spanish. So maybe two, Spanish. Right? Canada knows like French, English, and now there's like a giant. They have many languages because there's different type of communities that moved over there. Now the languages are kind of spreading, right? The fuck is going on with my camera? I think it's like overheating or something. Like, what's going on, man? Yeah, quit it. Quit it. Quit it, man. Quit it. But yeah, it's a different bag out there, man. To conclude this, I think that was my experience for the trip. Um, probably come back on here, talk more music, talk more baddies if you want to talk about baddies. We'll have it going. We'll get it rolling. Shout out to the one viewer that was watching. I appreciate you. You're still here. Um, shout out to anybody that watches this video and that gets posted up there. So really appreciate it. I will be coming out with some products, merch, specifically for a project that I'm doing. Want you to check it out, and it's stuff about like this in the culture around the world. So it's for specifically women. For one of my first projects, and my next projects probably be for men in general. So keep in touch, keep up to date. I'm about to do some more live streaming, have some fun with some music, see if we can, you know, have a little fun here. Yeah. So we'll be having some fun, man. Um, I will be